Hi, this is Sandy. Welcome to our wee Tennessee homestead. I know we haven't had a video out for a while. We've had some health issues and some other things going on, but we're all good now. And today, Tim is planting cranberry beans. That's something that we like to buy from the grocery store and cook up a big pot of in the slow cooker with some bacon or seasoning and some cornbread. And what he did, he took a bag of beans from the store, and we went ahead and soaked them. He soaked them, and they've sprouted. We've never planted these before, so you'll see what happens while we see what happens. He's planting 2 or 3 rows of them, and depending on how many he has, might be 3 rows of them. They're supposed to be planted a couple inches apart, and then 20 inches apart on the row, 2 inches apart when you plant them, and then thin to 4 inches apart. So we will... well,
a bunch of thinning part, but we'll get them planted anyway.
He's getting them planted.
And this probably ain't the easiest way to doing it, but this is how he's doing it.
There you go. So he's been out with the weeding tool, and I'm in the process of killing weeds in the garden area and mulching in between the walkways.
You show them your new rabbit.
Well, I can do that on another one. I want short, sweet, and to the point so I can actually get videos up for people. This is our weeding tool, and thank you Ace Hardware for the $10 off coupon. So we got that at almost half price. So what I'm doing is I'm continuing to lay cardboard down and putting mulch down. Again, I want to give a shout out to the Harris Tree Service guys in Unicoi County, Tennessee, for donating this ever-growing mound of mulch that's kind of spreading up the hill, which means I need to do better. So I'm working on getting some of that done today. It's hot and we shouldn't be out in the heat of the day. We should have waited, but you know, I came out last night. I had been sick for several days, hadn't been out here. And what you're seeing down there was my sweet potatoes. There's a few leaves left, but the groundhogs got in here. They ate those. They ate my cabbage. They're eating tomatoes. So later on,
we may be canning groundhog.
Yeah, we may be canning groundhog. I'm gonna tell you what, if I get one in my sights, it'll be in my canner, or my slow cooker anyway, one or the other, pressure cook or something. But obviously they're getting in through our fence. So the material, like what we have over here around our berries, Tim attached that to the inside of the fence there in the winter to protect them from the cold. So we're going to do that because we've got material that was free, scrap, and we're going to do that on our fence. This pepper plant right here is one that I overwintered from last year in the house. We're actually going to plant it today. It's got some little peppers on it. Still have more butternut squash plants we got to plant. We're planting late, I know. This is the aftermath of groundhogs. I came out last night to do some stuff, and this is what I found. It was really disheartening. They took out the rest of my spinach that was down in this bed, and they've been eating on my tomatoes. So I've got some tomatoes that are ripening. They're not ripe yet. And I want to leave them out here, but I don't want to leave them out here and have something eat them. So we're debating. It depends on if we get the stuff done. But my tomatoes are kind of droopy. We had several days of rain. But the leaves, I've been pulling off some leaves and stems and stuff that were turning brown. I see some more over there. I don't know if it's blight or if it's just water related or what. But in Tennessee we do get tomato blight. You can see my aromas are just, in some areas, just really heavy with tomatoes. Unfortunately, I only have 4 plants, but I am going to plant some more. The commercial grower, about 15 minutes from here, they just are planting theirs. So I am going to plant some more tomatoes. My onions are growing. My basil came up over there. Those peppers are growing a little bit better now that there's no cabbage leaves blocking the sunlight. Onions are growing here. Spinach isn't doing real good. These are beets. They look like they're doing good. And these are my bush beans, green beans. And they seem to be doing good. There's lots of buds on them. It'll be a while before I actually have green beans, but I'm pleased with how they're looking. I think there's 5 or 6 plants there. My zucchini, I've got a couple of zucchinis growing there. Unfortunately, most of the flowers that I've had have been on male stems. In case you don't know the difference, a male flower just has the skinny stem, and a female flower, and let me see if there's a small one. Well, I've got one forming there, but I don't think I can get enough zoom on it. I'll just point to the things that are here. The female flower will actually come up on a very small fruit. There's a tiny one. I have no idea if you can see it. There's a tiny one back here where my finger is. So they have to be pollinated. And those of you that have grown, and I didn't know that till this year, so I'm learning. I've had lots of flowers in the past. Great, got flowers, gonna have zucchini, didn't get anything. Just because there's a little fruit growing doesn't mean it's gonna actually produce. It has to be pollinated first. So that's why you can get a little zucchini like that long, and then all of a sudden it just rots off because it didn't get pollinated. So we're grateful. These are our first 2 zucchinis on there. We've had several cucumbers. In fact, I can see a cucumber from here. Okay. I got a cucumber hanging there. You know, we decided to trellis our cucumbers and our butternut. These are butternut squash here. I've heard you can do it. I'm trying it. Don't know how it's going to turn out, but I'm trying it. Because we don't have a lot of space, and I'm trying to utilize the space that we have. We have lots of baby cucumbers on there. I have no idea what variety of cucumber this is. When I bought the starters, it was unlabeled. It didn't have a tag on it at the store. And we looked at the leaves, and the manager and I both looked at it and decided that it looked like it would be cucumbers. So I bought it not knowing what it was I was going to plant. So I don't know what variety of cucumber it is, but they've been producing kind of short, fat cucumbers. Tasty. We've eaten them. I think we've harvested 4 so far. These tomato plants over here are doing okay. Butternut squash is doing okay. My cantaloupe over here is trying to compete with the ragweed. And I'm not quite sure who's winning there. I was going to trellis them. I'm not sure how well that's going to work. I may just, because I didn't plant anything in front of them, I may just try to keep them contained in that square there. I never did finish mulching in here either, which didn't help. There's just a very thin layer of mulch around the plants themselves, and the ragweed's just having a heyday coming up. So that's that. You can see the butternut squash is coming over, encroaching over on this side, and so is the cucumbers. You know, you've got, if you're trellising stuff like this, you got to train them and weave them on up and through. And I will be honest with you, I've never done that before. So again, we're all learning with Sandy and Tim. You're watching me make mistakes so that when you get your homestead, you don't. That's the purpose of this. Watch us make the mistakes. You don't have to, and learn what you can do with stuff that some people say is junk. So anyway, I'm gonna close this one out, and my husband's still over there planting, and the stuff on the ground behind him, the box spring and the cardboard, is just trying to kill weeds. But anyway, I want to encourage y'all, find something that you can thank God for today. You know, He is good, He's faithful, and we don't ever want to forget to thank Him for His goodness, because no matter what, we've got a lot to be thankful for. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bells for the when we do manage to get videos up, share, and if you can help us get to 50 subscribers, that would be great. I'd like to be able to do some live videos. I think I'd get more of them done that way. But anyway, you guys have a blessed day. Thanks for joining us on our Wee Tennessee homestead.